First tour, Diary of James Waten Jurassic Park horror story. 5th of August, 1987. In 3 short days, I will be off to Nublar. I feel like they only want me there for the ad revenue because I'm a paleo and they want to film an ad, which I'm still not so sure about. They want us there to rate the park and give them feedback so that they could finally open for the public later this year. 7th of August, 1987. Tomorrow, a helicopter will come to pick us up. Me, my brother, Andy, and another paleo are all going. 8th of August, 1987. I'm on the ride there right now, and we've been flying for the past 30 minutes. We have some bad weather, and it's not clearing anytime soon. We had a 40-minute delay at the port, but we're here now. We were escorted to our hotels by the owner himself. He's an old but charming man. We didn't really see much of him, though. He's not that talkative, and didn't want to answer a lot of our questions. But still not much of a monster. Smiley face. We are in the hotel right now, and the other paleo is a woman named Sarah. The storm is still going on, and we are bored out of our minds. All we have is a bunch of dino wallpapers, and a TV that is not connected to a cable whatsoever. It's like 10 p.m. now. I'll try to get some rest while Sarah and my brother Andy fight over poker. 9th of August, 1987. As I said, it's raining quite hard, and we have nothing to do. But one thing is weird for sure. That being, there are loads of cars driving by. I mean, for a small dino island, mid a tropical storm at 2 a.m., it's quite something. We were told we were getting a guide that will lead us through the whole park at around 8 in the morning. We couldn't sleep, it was like 3 a.m., and we decided to head out and get some coffee or just a drink in general. We were walking in the rain for a while, when Sarah pointed out how little cars there were. "It was like a highway a minute ago," she said. Walking in the middle of the night while a storm of this size is going on is, as you could suspect, quite unpleasant. Not to forget the dino noises that keep waking us up. We could see the cafe from a distance. It was lightly lit up, with what seemed to be only one worker. We entered. The place looked quite nice, so we sat down and ordered ourselves some coffee, while chatting about paleo-related stuff. As we were in the coffee shop, the light turned off, including the TV. Even the street lights were gone for a good couple of minutes. Probably just an outage, because of the storm. We heard dog barks. They were kind of weird, like deep, and they were really loud. We walked back to our hut/hotel, and while entering the hotel, I heard something. I turned and saw a tall, pale creature with a bony face, almost like a mask. It had long arms with long, long claws, and it was just staring. Just staring. 9th of August, 1987. Not the best time to be writing this, but whatever. We called some personnel to investigate the creature of the night, and they didn't find anything yet. We have them on a radio in case the creature comes back. He also gave us some medical aid, just in case. 2:36 a.m. This is kinda weird, but the radio stopped working. 2:57 a.m. Never mind, it is working. They're just quiet? 3:18 a.m. We're calling out for them now. Might be a bad idea, but yeah. 3:39 a.m. Something is on our roof. We're under our bed right now. It's been a while. Might just be going crazy. 4:31 a.m. A jeep pulled up, and they said we must go to another hotel on the northern side of the island. We're driving right now, so there might be some mistakes. Laughing face. 9th of August, 1987. We arrived, and it looks like a research facility, not a hotel. The driver sped off before we could ask anything else, so yeah. We're in this semi-dark room. It has some science stuff and a TV and an inserted tape. Seems like training tapes. Here they are.
Welcome to the 3rd tape for the OBI Sender trainee. Today we'll talk about how to react in case a herbivore dies. You should call for assistance from the Xenobase frequency is 015.093. If they don't answer, drive there by the dirt roads connecting the two. In case a storm hits, do not under any circumstances drive out in the wild. Stay at your watchtower at all times, turn off the lights, and keep quiet. If you don't do as said.
Viewing of this tape is prohibited. Discard it immediately.
10th of August, 1987. So we tried to sleep through the night somehow. It's not as rainy today, so that's nice. So we went through the possible dinosaurs that I could have seen. We went through a bunch, but most seemed like herbivores. I looked at the list of created dinosaurs, while Sarah and Andy try to find the people who are supposed to take us on the tour. 10th of August, 1987. So, I found a dino, and it matches. It's called the Zygmunt Ali Mipus, or the tropical mape. It was apparently modified. 10th of August, 1987. And also, one of the tapes had Morse code in it, whatever that meant. 10th of August, 1987. So, we aren't getting any responses from the Xeno base. We were told to contact it in case of an emergency. I hope they'll respond soon. Guessing they'll not respond, so we're gonna go there for aid and hopefully other people, because I have zero idea what's going on. There were no sirens or anything, just silence. I hope we're not alone. 11:35. We just found a map. I circled our location and the Xeno base. It's about 16 to 18 kilometers, about 11.18 miles. Should take us a while to get there. It's usually a good, probably rocky road, but gets quite bad at the end. Oh, and here's the map. "10th of August, 1987. So, we might be stupid for doing this, but we're going to the Xeno base at midnight. It's getting cold. Stupid cold for a tropical island. This is quite something. So right now, we are heading out of the Bradwick base. The Xeno base is far, but we'll manage. 11th of August, 1987. 1:12 a.m. The muddy road is quite loud, so riding this is a nightmare. Like we aren't in one already. We hear some bird noises every now and then, but not much apart from those. But we did hear something. It was like some sort of chuckling mixed with bird noises. Hopefully it's one of those prehistoric birds. Hopefully. 4:34 a.m. Andy is dead. I don't know what to say. Andy is fucking dead. That mask mape thing grabbed him by the gut and tore him in half. And there were more than one. More than fucking one. 5:57 a.m. It should have been me. 6:16 a.m. We're in a cave entrance currently. We're both still shaken by the view of my own brother getting eaten alive while begging for help. I just want to die so badly. 11th of August, 1987. Me and Sarah are still in the cave. It's been a while. I think we're going to head out soon. The noise has stopped. I have a camera with me that has a night vision setting. I'll use it to navigate around as it's still quite dark. 7:32. So, we didn't leave quite yet, because when I tried to see if the air is clear, I found this dude chilling by the lake. 12th of August, 1987. I'm pretty sure it's gone, but we'll still be careful, just in case. 1:12 a.m. We passed the lake, and are now headed to a watchtower. The lights are on, and I think I see movement, so we're probably getting off this dump soon. We are trying to avoid the roads, as that's where the tour guide and his rescue team are. Well, were. 3:01 a.m. The dude in the tower is flashing his light. Some sort of code, maybe? 3:14. This thing was stalking us. We are far away now, but I don't want to be calm quite yet. 12th of August, 1987. 6:54 a.m. We're trying to get some sleep on a tree. I hear a river in the distance. I suspect that's one we'll have to cross. 7:37. We woke up from our quick nap. We heard some noises in the distance. They resembled screaming, but I don't want to think about it that much. We gotta move. 8:19. We're at the river now. The current is not all that strong, so we will try and swim over. 9:09. We got over, but as we were running off, this thing rose out of the water and stared down my soul. A 10-foot crocodilian, most likely a Dinosuchus, is also loose here. I snatched a picture and ran off. 12th of August, 1987. 11:10. We finally got to a decent road. This one should take us to the visitor center and then to the Xeno base. We're finally getting calm, but I just can't get over the thought of Andy dying. It's horrifying. The picture of him getting gutted is still clear in my mind. 11:34. We found a restaurant. It's been a while since we ate. Last thing I ate was some ice cream in the coffee shop. Before all of this happened. The restaurant was quite nice. We even found some batteries for my camera, but it's getting weirdly distorted. Well, here's a picture of the place. Of August, 1987. 15:54. So, we decided to camp it out in the restaurant because we're just too tired to go any further. Also, I have a feeling that there is going to be quite a sight at the visitor center. So we got to get mentally ready for that shit. 21:32. We're sleeping in the attic. Just to be safe, there aren't many noises outside, which is quite horrifying in the situation that we are. 1:23 a.m. What the hell is that noise? of August, 1987. Feels like we've been here for months now. We can't even get a good nap. We just have to keep moving. We ran off track a while back. We're lost now, and the map is no help. We've been walking for a while now. Seems like it's been hours. And we made no progress. But there's one thing that caught my eye for sure. Was that we found a lot of fish on the path to the Xeno base. Some of the fish were mauled halfway, and the others didn't even have a single bite mark. Weird. I think we might be inside a paddock. We did go through a door last night, but it was too dark to see what door we went through. I got this picture, and again, my camera is getting worse and worse. 17th of August, 1987. It was my idea we tried to rest in the paddock. I woke up in the middle of the night, and Sarah was gone. I found what remained of her seconds later. I can't deal with this. I just can't. I just want to go home. My camera is starting to get quite low on batteries. 17th of August, 1987. Guess the only thing I can do now, find a gate out of this paddock. The end. James Waten was found mangled in Paddock 4, or the Majungasaurus paddock. He was found on the 19th of October, 1988, 1 year after the island was abandoned. In his backpack were the diary, a camera, a sketchbook, and a VHS tape. Here's the tape. And that was the first tour, Diary of James Waten Jurassic Park Horror Story, or as I like to call it, the Timby Tapes, by Timby on our Discord server. So I really enjoyed this, and I'll kind of tell you why. I've obviously got what was that? I'm glad it was caught in the recording. Weird. It looked like it was just kind of fluff. I didn't see it anywhere. Anyway, where was I? I've always been a fan of dinosaurs, Jurassic Park especially. Just really fun. Really, it's just fun, isn't it? I mean, yeah, okay, maybe it's no longer scientifically accurate, the dinosaurs and everything, but the fact is, it's fun, isn't it? It's fun. The concept of dinosaurs is incredible, and it certainly makes things a lot more. There's certainly a bit of fluff going, and it certainly makes things very enjoyable, And so when Timby was kind of sharing that he's been working a little bit on a little analog horror Jurassic Park kind of thing, he was like, "Oh, that sounds really good." And so I remember a little while ago, maybe a couple of maybe a month or so back, in one of the streams, one of our watch streams, we covered, I think, two of his videos that he's made for this specific project, which they're gonna most likely be in here as well. I'm sure they will be, and I was quite thrilled because it's really well done, to be honest. Like he's done a very good job, and I feel like this is just the full story of the actual, like, what correlates with the tapes, and so it's just nice to be able to really give it its own day in the sun. You know what I mean? I think things that are especially, people deserve a chance, if you ask me. I think everybody deserves a chance to kind of be creative and to have fun and to just kind of go with things. And that's what I try to instill in the community that I've got on my Discord and even just on YouTube and Facebook or whatever, what have you. I try to go through everything with quite a positive mindset and a fair open mind, because I might have my own opinions, but I'm not gonna like completely berate people and destroy them and stuff like that. I think that's just a bit too much. That's too mean. Doesn't really work in my head. I think kindness, respect, and understanding, a lot of these things, you can have constructive criticism and positive feedback and things like that, and I think that's understandable. And so for me, I've enjoyed this story. I mean, yeah, it's a couple little, maybe grammatical errors here and there, maybe some misspellings and stuff, but yeah, it doesn't really, it's not heavy enough that it takes away from the story. It doesn't really pull you out of it too much, Plus, if you can kind of interpret it in the right way, like I tried to do, it all turns out fine. It doesn't really ruin the story, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Now, if it's like super heavy, like tons of misspelling, tons of grammatical errors, nothing really makes sense. There was one story I read, and it was just pure run-on sentences the entire time, and it was so frustrating to read. Because it's just like it never ends. There's no commas, there's no periods, there's no semicolons, there's no breaking up of a sentence. It just kept going and going and going and going. It just you're just like, oh my God. If it happened once or twice, you're like, okay, I can forgive it. But when it's the entire story, and it's oh my God, I got so frustrated recording that one. But not this. This was really nice. I've really enjoyed doing it. I'm really glad that Timmy's made it. I'm really glad he shared it with all of us, and he's allowed us to make this video. Honestly, you should be very proud, Timby. This has been it's been awesome, man. You've done some really good work here. Some great little analog horror videos as well. Really good, man. Keep up the good work. Keep driving your passions. Don't be afraid to try things. Really proud of you, man. Good stuff. This has been Nate at Night. I've had a great time, and I sure hope you have too. We'll see you for whatever's next. Take care. Thank you so much to our Patreon members and YouTube members for making all this content possible. You know who you are.